join me from Sri Lanka, where I'm travelling with the first British rescue team to reach the West Coast.
And join me to find out how you can get this bird's eye view of Bath.
Hello and welcome back to the Setanta Sports News Phone-In with Steve Claridge and me, Lisa Knights. You'll notice that we have swapped places. You're on this side of the desk now. You get to interview other people now.
I've moved, but you haven't. Lisa.
I haven't. I am always
you're
central,
always there,
steady and focused like a bad headache. Because the reason why we've moved is because a little bit later on we are going to be talking football, but at the moment we are joined in the studio, I'm very pleased to say, by two members of the Great Britain Modern Pentathlon team, Katie Livingstone and Heather Feld. A local surfer has told us how he saw children get into difficulties in the water earlier on Monday afternoon. He says he was shocked to hear of the tragedy later. It happened at the resort of Sagres in southwest Portugal. 4 adults died after going into the sea to help their children.
Now, for all today's sport, I'm joined by Lisa Knights, and it's not good news for Manchester United fans.
It certainly isn't. I mean, it's billed as a big clash, but didn't live up to expectations. Game of missed opportunities by Man United. That one by Ronaldo.
Bad one.
Absolute sitter. It's the FA Cup third round this weekend, and every Premiership team faces a banana skin against lower league opposition. Yesterday, we saw how the minnows of Burton Albion are plotting to get the better of Manchester United. But where might the other upsets be? Well, joining me now is Ehtesham Hebatullah from the Muslim Association of Britain. Thank you for joining us. An envoy has been sent to Baghdad to try and secure his release. How optimistic are you of him doing that?
Anas al-Takriti just landed in Baghdad today, and I have just spoken to him before I came on air.
2,500 people were killed when this train was swept from the railway line when the waves hit. It's now been put back on the tracks, and most of the bodies have been taken away, but there are some still trapped inside, and the smell is absolutely overpowering. Well, you've said there that you've made certain changes. What other changes? We've said about the 10 steps. What changes are you making to your lifestyle?
I think the biggest one is to change my electricity supplier.
Yes, and what an amazing weekend it was here in Athens. Yesterday, the drama of the women's marathon, watching Paula Radcliffe collapse in tears less than 4 miles from the finish line was absolutely heartbreaking. Huge disappointment for her and Bath University's Jason Gardner. He bowed out in the second semi-final of the men's 100 metres. He ran the season's best, but it wasn't strong enough to get him into the final. But that's not the end of his Olympic campaign. He's still got the men's 4x100 relay to run, and that takes place on Friday. But from that on to Super Saturday. 4 British gold medals in just one day. What a fantastic day it was.
What have you done today to make you feel proud?
International water polo player yourself, was it a rough game?
Not particularly, not anywhere near like I think the Russian or the Kazakhstan games. And Naomi Castle, one of the main centre-back defenders in that game, lost half of her costume. I mean, they've been going through them at a rapid rate of knots. It's just part of the game. Among those attending will be gold medalist Jason Gardner and bronze medalist Georgina Harland. Let's hope it's going to be fine weather for them. To tell us more, here's Charlie Neal. To finish 4th is always the absolute worst position to finish in, and sadly someone else that knows all too well about that is Bath swimmer Mark Foster. He ended up 4th in the men's 50 metres freestyle. This was his 6th Commonwealth Games, and he's medalled at every single one of them apart from this one. There'll be more calls coming up after this short break. We'll be discussing whether or not Harry Redknapp was right to bemoan his players a post-match FA Cup drink. Well, that's all your sport for tonight. James.
Lisa, thank you.